So, I mean, I'd like to give my 2 cents about the whole Minnesota daycare fraud thing. There's a few things that kind of stick out, and that, I mean, think of it from the other perspective. You got a guy coming up asking where the kids are, or just saying something about fraud. You don't know who he is, you don't know what he wants to do. You know, if I ran a daycare and I had people come up asking where the kids are, I wouldn't let anyone inside either. We really don't know if there were kids in there or not. Obviously, they're not going to welcome a random person in there and say, hey, come see the kids. So that kind of stuck out to me. The other thing that kind of stuck out was they interviewed a couple people, and I mean, you don't know who these people are. For all we know, they could be people that are with him, or, don't even, could be just walking by and claim that they've never seen children going in there. The other thing is, I think he was mentioning $2 million for 1 year for 100 kids. If you do the math, that's not, I think I did the math and that was like $16.66 per kid per month. Daycare is expensive, so that'd be like around $400 a week, which I don't know how much daycare is in Minnesota, but that is way less than daycare around here. So it kind of could check out if the money adds up. When you hear the word $2 million as a whole, you're like, wait a second, all that money, where did it go? What's going on here? But if you break it down, that money could very well be accounted for. So I just wanted to think about the other side of the story and maybe offer some perspective, because although there may be something going on, we really don't know until they do an investigation. It's really hard to say there's no kids when you can't get inside. It would be different if they got inside and had video of nobody being there multiple times a day or something like that. There are a lot of anomalies and things that stick out. The hours of one of them being 2 to 10 is really weird, but for all we know, it could be an after-school program. There could be reasons behind some of this stuff, so you can't always assume without getting all the information. There are a lot of questions, but there may be answers to these questions, so you really don't know. I guess we don't really have all the evidence in front of us. And now that the Department of Labor, and I think they said the FBI is investigating, we'll see what's actually going on, because they're going to have to, there's so much, there's so many people watching now, they're going to have to come back and let everybody know what's actually going on. So I just thought I'd think of, perspective from the other side, because if you were running a daycare, no matter who you are, and some kid showed up, if you can see the camera or you can't see the camera, you see 2 people show up or 3 people or whatever, and they say, let us see the kids, or you're talking about fraud, people aren't going to respond nicely to that. If you approach a little differently, they might have acted differently. So it, I think it could have been dealt with differently, but maybe that's what he was going for when he made that video. He wanted people to react and get reactions. So I don't know. We'll see what happens. I'm sure within the next couple months we'll know exactly what's going on.